I'm on. Hello, everybody. It's still me. I know. I'll be out of here in 30 minutes. I know you're tired of me.
And it's still Chad. Oh, wait.
Erica.
No. Oh, my God.
You're not Chad.
Oh, my God. I'm a different person. Hi.
All right. We are going to play the other contender for Game of the Year this year, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Guys, I spent 140 hours in this game.
Yes, you
and
did.
so I'm going to start it from scratch, and we're going to get into that story. This is a sequel to Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is a remake of the original Final Fantasy VII, but it's actually a sequel. But this is a sequel to a sequel, and we're going to play... the battling is in this so good. The characters are so good in this. I mean, everything about this game is good story.
All those things are true. But you're not playing the story.
What now?
No, we're not going to give that away. I mean, there's people that still haven't had a chance to play this game. It's so new. We don't want to give any of that away. And there's no way. I mean, you said you spent 140 hours in this game.
Yeah.
You can't show all that off. You can pick one thing.
We're extending the marathon for... No, I can only show one thing.
Just one thing.
Okay.
Yeah. And it should really fit the theme of what we've been doing.
Well, what if I told you that inside the game existed another game?
What?
Called Queen's Blood.
Yes.
There's a card game in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to show it off to you. I'm going to try to explain it. Now, it's a little bit different than what we've been playing deck builders. We've been playing horse racing card games. This is Cloud. Everyone knows Cloud. He's going to play. I miss these characters.
I
miss them.
I know, I love
them. But we're going to play card games. We're going to go up to this guy. We're going to play Queen's Blood.
Ned. You're playing against
We're playing
Ned.
against Ned.
Oh
Ned's in the game. This game's so big that pretty much everybody in chat's in this game.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
We're gonna challenge him to a match of Queen's Blood, the card game that's like ripping through the world of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It's everywhere. Every character's like, the world's on fire. This is bad guy. Everybody's about to die. But hey, do you have time for a game of Queen's Blood? And you're like, yeah, of course I do.
Of course I do. Yeah, why not?
So this game is... I'm just going to start it. There are decks. You can get new cards that do things. I'm just going to start with this deck. I don't even know what this deck is anymore because it's been a couple weeks since I played this.
Oh, that was your super special deck.
This is super special deck. So we're going to start the match with this.
You were really vibing.
And I'm not going to skip the music because the music... Okay. So this game is more about... It's deck building, but it's more about holding places on a board. Sort of like checkers, sort of like chess.
Yeah.
It's about kind of controlling positions on the board, and then those 3 rows are going to be scored. And we're both competing for a row. So out of those 3 rows, me and my opponent are going to be going for whoever gets the most point per row. If we get the most points for that row, we win that row. Out of all 3 rows, whoever has the most points wins. Now, they might be able to get 20 in 1 row, and I get like 3 in 2 rows. Even though I've got more rows, they've got 20 in 1 row. Right, that's it. So I'm going to stick with these cards, and here we go. We're going to draw blood. Also, how can you not love this music? It gets me jazzed. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. So I'm going to play these guys. The cards tell you what they do, right? So these guys will... The white is where you place it, and the yellow is what they'll open up for me to place new cards. So I'm going to place this guy here. So he's going to add a little pawn down below, which means I can use a 2-pawn card. Everything starts at 1. And so I'm going to place him here. Now my opponent goes. It's a turn-based game. I go, they go. Okay, they're starting off. Okay. And I can hover over any card to see what it does in case you ever forget. That's what is really great about these games, because I think a lot of people get kind of overwhelmed with, what do I do? When do I do it? And you can always have a reference. Take your time. There's no rush. All right. So we are going to place a security officer down here. All of these cards are based on characters and enemies in the game. Some are rare, some are common, just like we saw in Balatro. Okay, he placed a 3-cost card, so he's got a buff up here. He's going for this row. He's going hard. Right? He's got 4 in that row. I've got 1. What do I got? I'm going to... So it's kind of a risk-reward based on, like, you can go for points, but sometimes you just want to cover and sort of control the field of battle. So if I go here, right, he can't... Right now, he could go there, but I'm going to take that pawn, and now I have new options.
The other thing that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that I thought was confusing to me at first is see how in that second row he's got 3 pawns there. because of the cards he's played. And to me, that meant, you can only play a 3.
No, I can play a
card,
1 through
but
3.
You can play 1, 2, or 3, but you can't play a 3 or a 2 when there's only 1.
Yeah.
So that's sort of, to me, was kind of opposite of my intuition.
Yeah, so you're kind of risking and rewarding, trying to go for like Manifest Destiny to cover as much of the board as possible, but then you have a bunch of 1 cards. So the 2 cards, the higher cost cards aren't always necessarily more points. They're not always necessarily more powerful, but usually they give you more options. They're a little more nuanced, and the 1 cost cards are they're basic.
You're basic.
All right, let's get a Heat Seeker out here. That will open us up to the middle, and we'll see what our opponent does here.
Okay, we got a donation.
Okay.
Another $20 donation from McBoat. And I'll read this as dramatically as I can. EVEN.
He's not playing.
Sega. #SNES.
Oh, he's just going all in.
He wants to be the spoiler. He wants it to be neutral.
He wants an equilibrium.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is against entropy.
Yeah.
He wants, or is he? I don't know.
Or
but
is he causing chaos
Yeah.
by making it
Yeah.
even?
He's team.
Ooh.
He is team order.
He's
for
team
sure.
yes.
Yeah. All right. So, I am going to place one of these guys. So, these cards are unique, right? They're red instead of yellow. When these guys die, because sometimes you can destroy cards, then they'll buff other cards on my point, and they'll give my current cards more points. So we're going to place them here. So far, my opponent's winning. He's got a lot of points. I'm kind of hoping out for better cards here soon. Okay.
So you're figuring out your card.
Yeah.
Another thing that when he first started playing this, we thought, this board must get bigger because, like, if you look at the Sand Splitter, there's a wide
It looks like
range.
there's 5 rows, and
Yeah.
and really it's just like if I place it in the bottom row, then I'm
It's gonna
affecting the
affect the
top.
top
But if I
row,
place it in
yeah.
the middle, it's not going to do anything, right?
Right.
So sometimes things have advantages on the edges of the board. So I'm gonna explain this one. These cards that have an arrow instead of a pawn in the upper left are replacement cards. So I can replace any of the cards I have on battlefield with these cards. So it's sort of like I get out there with my lower cost cards, and then I can also take these off. So you can see right now my opponent has the red pawns. I can't place anything there, but once I place this here, I've got total control of the battlefield. Unless he replaces one of his cards, which he is, and now he did the same. He basically did the same thing I did and took advantage of that and replaced his card. So good move, opponent. Good move. I hate you. All right. We're going to place this guy down here. And we're going to see what they do. This is not looking good thus far. I don't feel very confident, but we'll see. Okay. It's all green pawns, which is good, but they are winning 2 rows with some very high points in the lower row. But we'll see what we got here. Let me think. It's been several. I have had no time to practice this.
That Dio card they've got in that
Dio
lower
card
right.
is good. Yeah, there's sort of like hero cards that do fun things. So I'm going to actually, these guys are good because these guys, if destroyed, will destroy other cards. So yeah, we're going to place this guy here. Does he have a move? Nope, he has to skip. Haha, you done. Ooh, and okay, this is great. This is the Midgard Sarmer. This is my level 3 card, right? And the buff with this card is when any allied or enemy cards are destroyed, this guy gets more power, right? So I have those replacement cards, right? If I destroy him, his power goes up. So this is a very good card. So I'm going to place him here. I'm winning 2 rows now. All of a sudden, tables have turned. But he has 13 points, and I have 9 plus 6, which is 15. So technically, I could win it. But you know what? Let's get greedy. Let's get just a smidge greedy.
Normally, I'd tell you don't get greedy, but
We're doing it for, we're doing it, as Chad said, we're doing it for the lulz. So let's go here. Right, we're going to destroy this card. And when this card's destroyed, he's going to lower the power of Dio. So let's do it. Oh no, you lost points. So he went down a little bit. But he's pulling out a replacement card. He was like, "You're getting greedy. I'm getting greedy." All right, so let's try to end this. Let's get some cards out here that cost some points. I have 1 3 spot, let's go ahead and get these guys out. They cost 2. There we go. So far, I'm winning. Anything can change in Queen's Blood. Never get confident. All right, I could replace, but I feel confident. I have a 15 row. I have a 6 row. I have 21 points. He has 7, so I'm gonna pass. The game ends when both teams pass, so it's over. And I think we have a donation.
We do. McBoat just won't leave the numbers alone. And actually, he has a story to tell us. It's long and in depth, but I'll endeavor to share it.
Refreshing.
So with a $40 donation, he commented, "So, funny story. I picked the wrong option because Taco Steve and Apocanits were trying to find out the best thing that happened to me this past year. But now it's even. Okay, bye."
He was getting distracted, and then
I think that was strategic distraction.
I think it was, hey, look over there. What's happening? Oops. Odd. All right, we are going to go look at a map for another Queen's Blood player. I'm going to head up here. Everybody plays Queen's Blood. So as you play this game, you're just going to go into a new town, and then it's going to be like, "Hey, I heard you're pretty good at Queen's Blood." And you're like, "What, me? No." Where's my opponent? Also, this is calm. This is the first town you go to, and I still haven't gotten used to it. All right, here's this guy.
I've been so
This one is
busy
hard
trying
to
memorize
navigate.
the
Yeah, this one's a little harder now.
But it's beautiful.
It is
Let's
beautiful.
take a moment to just admire how
All right, new
beautiful
round.
it is.
I'm gonna stick with my deck. It's a replacement deck, so let's see if I can win again. Here we go. And let's get that sassy Queen's Blood music. You can discard cards at the beginning of play. So let's say I get my 3-pawn card out in the beginning of play. There's no way I'm going to be able to play that soon. So typically you would discard that back into your hand to play later. But this is not bad to start off with. We got a security officer. We got this guy.
Good starting hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with it. So we're gonna play. Draw blood. All right, let's go security officer.
Just immediately start dancing to this music.
It's so good, right? The music in this entire game is so good, but they
Yes.
went so hard on the mini game music.
Right?
All right, we're going for a rapid expansion here. Rapid expansion. So some of my cards have special abilities, like that guy. If he gets destroyed, he spawns little new cards into my deck, which is nice. They're going for rapid expansion too, right? So that middle, they've got control over the middle, unless I think with portals, and I'm gonna replace this guy in the middle, and now I have access to the middle there. So
A
hopefully
lot of
he doesn't.
thinking with portals.
Well, yeah, it's a lot of anticipating. It's sort of like chess checkers, where you have to kind of anticipate what they're going to do, but you don't see any of the cards they have in their hands, right? So you just kind of have to guess. Sometimes you have to replay the same opponent multiple times. The great thing is there's nothing like you lose and then you can never play them again. You lose, you can just challenge them again, right? All right, so we have that. I want to get that middle out of here, and that guy I killed before. He spawned this minion, so I'm gonna go here, and then I've got. So I'm opening up the board. I'm trying to get as many options to kind of reduce their options early.
Kind of pushing forward.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna go here, and then theoretically, unless they have a replacement card, I've got control of the bottom row.
Yeah.
But I think they're gonna go for that one spot, right? I kind of know what they're going for. You can kind of you can also kind of like you can have the bottom row. You focus on the bottom row. You can kind of control what they're doing. Not always, but sometimes. All right. Let us lower the power. I don't want to do that yet. Let's do. Ooh. All right. Yeah, I like this. We're gonna put this guy up here. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. We're gonna put this guy up here. It's gonna give us a 2-pawn and 3-pawn there. And they have to skip because they have nowhere to go. I've limited their options. Oh, darn. Let us do... Oh, man. I have so many options. Let us go. All right, let's focus on buffs. Let's buff that guy. I've totally wrecked this person's world. So that's the thing is like you can put out higher cost cards, right? They're technically at this point they put out higher cost cards and have the top row and bottom row, right? But they did that at the cost of controlling the board. And meanwhile, I put out my lower cost cards, but I've got control of the board, right? So that's kind of the risk reward with this game. We are going to go. I don't have my 3 cost out yet. No, so I'm gonna go. We're going to place this guy here. When those guys are destroyed, they will lower the cost of the cards to the 2 spaces to the right of them. So I can lower their rows when I'm ready for it. Okay, our 3 cost card came out, which is fantastic. Let's put it in the... it doesn't matter. We'll put it in the top row. And I've had complete control over this match the entire game. You know what? Let's get zesty with it. We're going to destroy these 2 cards, right? But when I destroy cards, I get more power. And when that card up here, this one right here, he will destroy that card. So let's see what happens. Let's just see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Why not?
This could be good or bad. Now, I'm giving them an option to play a new card. I basically said, yeah, you know what? You go ahead and have fun. Right? Have fun with yourself. Right, I've got all 3 rows, so I'm just going to go ahead and place some... I'm just going to place this guy here. Make sure he doesn't take that. Still got control. Skipping. I'm going to place him here. They're most likely going to skip unless they have a replacement card. They do not. So they skipped, I skipped, match is over, I win.
Beautiful.
All right, you know what?
Just making it look easy.
I had a lot of trouble, to be honest, I had a lot of trouble getting the grasp of this game. And the cool thing is, like, I'll show you. You can make your own decks, but then as you collect cards, you get cards for beating people in Queen's Blood. You get cards for going, you literally go to the store and buy booster packs and whatnot. I'm going to just zoom out on the world map. Let's take a look at the world map. Oh my gosh, Final Fantasy VII. You're big. Let's go to Junon. And we're totally going to see some of the story. No, we're going to play more Queen's Blood.
Yeah,
but
good.
Can we look at Junon?
So you got a question in chat.
Yeah.
Lovely Alex wants to know, is this the Magic the Gathering of Final Fantasy VII?
Yes-ish. Yes-ish.
Yeah.
Yes-ish.
Hey, it feels like a yes-ish.
Ish. I never played Magic, so I can't really speak on that. But there's a lot of, like, mana and cost of cards with that, and then, like, turning cards over and then activating them later. So, yes, why not? Yeah. I know the basics.
You're kind of collecting the cards as you go around.
Yeah, it's like, it's very much like, yeah, you're collecting cards that you could have better cards, but better cards aren't necessarily pay to win, I guess. Right, we're gonna play Isabel. Let me show you the decks here. So I'm gonna go into toggle. I'm gonna go into change deck, edit deck.
What are you gonna change it to?
I'm not gonna do anything. But you can go in here and here's some. They have pre-built decks. So if you're like, I don't know, you know how Chad was talking last game? I'm going to find the synergies. I'm going to find the synergies in my deck. I know the synergies. I'm going all diamonds and straights. Like, if that's just like, it really wasn't until I did one of these pre-built decks that it kind of is a tutorial on how you can build a deck to kind of work together. So the deck I have is built on destroying cards to gain more power. And I pretty much, once I found that deck, I kind of played with it for most of the rest of the game. So we're gonna do that.
That's interesting. You built the deck, destroy things to gain more power. Who does that sound like?
Sephiroth. Look, he's here.
He's here. He's been here the whole time.
Okay. How much more time do I have to stall for? Okay, I got not much. I can do it.
You can do
one
this.
more round.
Yeah, you got
I know
this.
Queen's Blood's not entertaining. It may be entertaining to the Chads of the world. All right, we're going to get rid of this guy.
We get to hear that music again, so I'm excited.
Yeah, just for the music. Yeah, here we go. All right. So we're going to... I always do the same strategy until it doesn't work, right? If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
So let's see. They're going middle. I'm going middle. Let's see if they go middle. If they don't go middle. Okay. Not bad. So, whoa, that's new. I've never. Ooh, that's Shiva. I don't think I've seen Shiva. Shiva's one of the summons in Final Fantasy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she played, and now she's made Diamond Dust cards. They have no abilities, but they are just automatic point cards there. So that is
just straight points.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's just okay. So we're gonna place this guy here. And they just destroyed one. They're like, hey, I got it. That's one of those replacement cards I was talking about. Let us. You know what? They're going to go. I'm going to place this here. I just have a feeling, an inkling, that they're going to go to that card next to Shiva. So I'm going to place I'm going to place this guy. He's little. He's a little guy. But when he's destroyed, he destroys others. Right?
Yeah.
So let's see if they go top. They're going to go top or bottom. Oh, they did it. They're a top. Let's see. So we're gonna go. You know what? We're gonna leave that guy there because I've still got control with that pawn. So we're gonna go down here, and I am gonna go here. And now I've got a 3-pawn right there. Do they have a replacement card? They do. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm ready for that. My 3-pawn card's not out yet. I'm going to save that, hopefully, and I'm just going to place some cards. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to go... Ooh. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. And I am going to... You know what? I don't know what to do. I know what to do. I'm going to do this. So I just destroyed that card. And they just replaced that card. Okay. We're still okay. We're gonna open up options here in case that 3-pawn down there gets destroyed. I have another one. So far they're still winning 2 rows. I'm not horribly worried. Yep, they stole that 3-pawn, right?
Yeah.
All right, we have our 3-pawn. I'm still waiting for my big card. I am going to place this guy here just so I have this spot. Still not winning, but that's okay. They just wasted a 3-pawn slot. Idiot. My 3-pawn slot's out. I'm using it as soon as possible because as soon as that guy's on the board, when I start destroying cards, he gets more powerful and gives me more points. Okay, that's fine. See, even when they destroy their cards, he gets more points.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to take... I'm just going to go this guy here and make sure that the guy's there. All right. I have 2 rows. I could technically win it at this point, but I'm almost done with my time, so I'm going to get a little zesty. And I'm going to replace this guy, which is going to destroy his guy. And it's going to give me more points. And now I'm winning all 3 rows.
Hey, that's called getting zesty.
Oh, but he took it. He destroyed my card. But I still get more powerful. You see how that works?
Mm-hmm.
The tit-for-tat gameplay. I'm going to place him here. He still gets more powerful. And I can't move anymore. Or no, I could replace the card, but I'm going to end. I'm going to end my turn. I'm winning 2 rows. The match is over. I think we even tied for that first row. So if you tie in a row, nobody gets the points. So, all right. I think that's it for me in Queen's Blood. I'm going to cede the rest of my time so we can get set up for the next stuff. That is the end of the card block. So if you're tired of card games, rest assured, we're done.
They're over now.
They're done now. And then we're going into the evening show. So we're gonna catch up with everything that's happened with Kyle and Lindsay. They're gonna walk us through a bunch of stuff. I'm excited, and I'm going to eat dinner, and I'm going to rest, and I'll be back later. But thank you so much for everybody that donated during this block. I really appreciate you. And
Yes. Thank you.
we're going to take a long break, and we'll see you soon. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.